All right. Hello. This is going to be a video that's going to be not too long actually, because it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So I just really wanted to post this. So this is how I got the box win today in Kansas. So I had to go back 2 draws on here because this shows you the midday. This is what I was looking at. And I'm going to just say, certain things had to be lined up for this, but it is what it is. It worked. So I took just this one, if I remember, and then because I do remember seeing a low amount of numbers. So a lot of times I'll take like from the combined, I'll take like the top 3, sometimes 4, but then I'll go to the mid and I'll just see what it's showing. And sometimes if something's yellow in the mid, I'll grab that one too. And then sometimes I'll even do just singles if I don't think a double's going to hit, because it'll change up the pattern sometimes and as to what's due. So this is what I was looking at. So when you go to this, you'll notice that I took these numbers right here, these 30 numbers, and then I brought them over and I dropped them into the slasher, and key 2 was the due key, and it was out like 15 or whatever, and I figured I'm just going to go for it. It was just a quick thing, and so that's how I got it down to 12 right here, and then right here's the winner. And what I did was I reduced it and got it down to 4, and I just did that through some basic, like, I don't remember what I did, like whatever, high, low, I can't remember what I did, 2 low, 1 high, but I got it down to 4. But that's really all I did, and it's not always that easy, but that's what I did for Kansas. So I'm just going to get rid of that. But I wanted to show you, like right now, if you look at these are the states with the key out 15 or more. I like to focus on these. Key 0 is out in Georgia. Now that one can lately been going out for a while. In Maryland and a couple other states going 20 plus. So I'm kind of leery about that one. New York 8 is out. I like the New York 8. The reason why is because when you go to New York, I'll show you. I think if you just go combined, you'll notice that, okay, the box pairs that are due 1-8. I didn't notice that. And just because they're yellow in this, they do get up there. They start to drop, but I mean, this could go another 15 draws, so this kind of, you got to watch and see what it's calling for too. What's I going to show you? Oh, high-low boxed. So look at this, 2 high and a low. That's a good, I think that's a solid one. That should be dropping. That's just boxed in general. So, and then you can go and break that down too. But I'm not going to do that right now. So I just wanted to show you that, what's due right now. Sorry. So Connecticut has got 1 out, Georgia's got 0 out, and New York has an 8 out. So one of my main things I do, like, is I was going to focus this video on the SBP and then the SBPairs or SBPP. So, like when I've been doing for practice, and it's been working great for pick 4 as well in practice, to get it down to have a starting point of about 160 to 300 and some numbers instead of 715. But I'll do the pick 4 video tomorrow, and I got some really good ideas for that too. I'm hoping to use that for Florida in the Lotto odds pool. I did get in Lotto odds pool last night, but it hopefully maybe I'll get it. But I really went for that Sum 19. Sum 19 is super due, and that shouldn't be out too much longer. I definitely think the sum's going to hit between 10 and 19 tomorrow. And that 4 odds due on the front, so I went for that. I didn't really do any color patterns because I had some stuff to do, so I just wanted to get something in. But okay, so this is where I start a lot of times. So if I'm not starting with my time periods, and then I'll start with like something like like just for instance, like I'll go to the inspection tool and I'll look at the SB colors right now. I've been starting to do that. And I do at 1% up to like maybe 5. But you'll notice in the 1%, that purple is doing Pennsylvania midday, green is doing morning Tennessee, and green is due at midday Texas. So, you could go up a few more to try to grab something from a different state. But see, I've been looking at that kind of stuff. Like right now, Kansas is a green, okay, and that should be hitting pretty soon. So then, like but I don't want to do that right now. I just wanted to show you that. So that's what I've been doing. You go to like Kansas, like I was showing earlier, just looking at this one here, the SG, this is the SBP, okay, single box pair pattern. And then these are the single box pairs, but this is just single box patterns. Okay, so if you look at this, there hasn't been a green since 6-7. So if you think a green's about to hit, if you go and think that green's about to hit, you can see that it definitely, there's a space there. You can see how long it goes out for. And if that was kind of an abnormal, it doesn't look like there's definitely a space there. So, the most one hit is purple. I always thought red was going to be the one, but I think purple, when I go to the frequency charts, it seems like purple is the top one. But if you think green's going to hit, and then you can just go over to the charts, and you can copy just the green right there. And that's what these are right here, the single box patterns, 1, 2, and 3, and then 20 through 24. And then what you can do, though, what I'm trying to practice right now is, okay, I think a green's going to hit for Kansas, in the next draw or two. Well, what you can do is you can go now to the chances chart. I mean, you could do frequency if you want to, but I'm just going to do chances chart. We're going to go down to, let's see. See, now this is what we use. Like, see, 14 was used. Now, if we go to current draw, now 12 is yellow, but 14 is down there. And I'd like to look at it originally in the graph. So 12 is out 17, 11. It wouldn't be a bad idea to copy maybe the top 3 or 4 here. These patterns. And remember, these 2 are yellow. This is a blue. And this is a blue. Sometimes I forget to do that because there's a lot there when you think a color is going to hit in a certain position, not even in a certain position, just in general. That's really useful. But I don't want to get to that yet. So what I want to show is just single box pair pattern. Okay, we did the colors. So we determined that green is due, and also on here it shows that. So green is the one that's the most due. Could be out for a little bit more yet, I suppose, but every state's different. I know Wisconsin, Minnesota more than any other state, but so what you can do then, you can go, okay, so now it's SBP. Instead of colors, you can go to green, and now it's going to show you the most due green, and the most due green is 1, and it's like, oh yeah, but look, it's out 169 draws. I mean, that is getting low though. Now, but it could go to 175. It could go to 180. You know what I mean? So it's like, when you jump in on that, right? So here's what I'm saying. Like, you can take this here. These are the greens that are due. But then you can go over to the frequency chart, okay, like I've done before. And then let's just keep it on that one for sake of time. And then you can go to numbers. And we're going to go down to green, and then we're going to go to descending, and we're going to do like, here, just 90 days. So it shows you what the top ones are right now. Let's just go out to a year. So there, 1 year. So 2 and 3 and 23 are the top ones for a year. Let's see, what is it? It's price. There's a level out here. There's some bottom feeders for sure, but there's that 2. So you can see like 2 definitely is at the top for the 2 year. It's at the top for the 1 year. So 2 looks like it's the top one, right? 3 overtook it there. Let's go like 4 years ones. 2 is still top. So 2 is the top one. So where's 2 in this? So 2's been out 21 draws. You know, maybe that 2 would hit. You know what I'm saying? So, but and here's the thing. When you go to reduce numbers by options, remember, there's only 5 in each one of these. So, but I don't like to, I like to do what I just did, but this is more towards the end when I have a smaller batch of numbers. You know what I mean? So I don't like to do it in the beginning and just limit myself. So first I look at the color in the inspection there and see what's going on at like the 1%. I just am practicing to see how this works, but like Texas midday green is due, Tennessee green is due. That purple for Pennsylvania should be dropping, even though it seems to stay out a little longer in Pennsylvania. Any reds, you see red doesn't pop into like what? Yeah, that red don't even get in here until like 4%. 4%. New Hampshire or Maine is at the tri-state. So let's just do that one once. For example, Maine. Okay. Yeah, let's see this. What was it, only midday or something? Maine evening. Okay. I like more combined, but so look at this for evening. So there hasn't been a red since 6-3. And then you can just like kind of run through it and just see how often does a red hit. Time in between them. I mean, it's not rocket science. They're going to always cycle like that. But that red should be coming back. And you can look at the sums. They're associated with that red. Right here's the red ones. And you can do the exact same thing. You just copy all the reds and just play that as a small pool. And then go and look at what's due for keys and pairs and stuff. That's one way I've been doing it. And that's for the SBP. And then also one of the very first things I was doing with the SBP was just going to single box pattern and then going to, like, I start at 10 and I go up to like 30. Sometimes I jump over to the 2 weeks and I do that. But let's just start the 20 days for a one draw state. I like to do typically 20 to 30. So we got to change this back to no sort. I think I'm on expectation, but it doesn't matter. Same thing. Okay, for what I'm doing. So I'm looking at the times drawn. 3-3. That's so annoying. I called that 9, and man, I had 1-3-9. Dang it. But you know what didn't hit? My time period did hit. My time period did hit for the AB. Remember on that short that I made? That was like, I mean, it could have went another couple draws, but it hit. But that pink got me. And see that pink. What am I doing? Where am I? Oh. That pink for Minnesota is calming. Trust me. This is what I know. Look at this. Look at that. That's crazy. And you can do the exact same thing, but look at this. Look at the pink. It's coming back to Minnesota 100%. It shouldn't be. It's like one draw states suck because they can drag out, but that's got to come here in the next draw too. I'm going to say tomorrow. I'm hoping. I just hope for it. But if you go to the pair pattern chart, you'll see here, right down here is the single box pair patterns. And here's the pink ones. Or if you want to play them by color, right here. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the bread and butter for me. I've been really getting a lot in practice and doing really good. So one of these here is going to be dropping on the front for Minnesota. Like I'm hoping tomorrow. So what I'll do is I'll take these. Okay, now I'm getting excited because I want to show you something. I'll go back to select and then actually clear that out. We got to do, since we're doing AB, you got to make sure you do it straight. So, but I'm going to do this one AB boxed. because these are boxed. So it starts you off, though, with 300 numbers straight. One of these 300 numbers is going to be hitting Minnesota any draw now. That's where I start off for Minnesota tomorrow. And now, what I also, before I get back to the SBP, I'll show you. What I'll do is you'll notice that the red has not hit for the SBP in a good amount of time. That red's coming back. But now, do I want to combine two bases? You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying. This is where I do too much. Like, I'll take my time period, and then I'll take one of these SBPs, and then sometimes I'll even dip into the HML, and then I do too many bases. So right now, my base today, or my starting point, whatever you want to call it, is a pink in the AB. Win or lose. Okay? Win or lose. Pink in the AB tomorrow. And now I can start from there. So that's what I would do, is I'll start from there. But I would leave this open, okay, as my straights. But a lot of times I still start in box. So what I do is I have another one open here, okay? And then what I do is I jump over. Hope I didn't X out of that. Okay, I jump over here. I got to get back to this New York. So sorry to make a short video. I can never make a short video. I'm going to jump back over here, and I'm going to do keys in Minnesota. What we got? We got 3 and an 8. Okay, why do I like a 3 and an 8? Well, when you go to this, well, first of all, okay, I can't talk about Georgia right now because I'll get sidetracked. I got good stuff for Georgia here. Minnesota. We are going to go to Minnesota, and I'm going to look at this. See, VTRAX 4 is a 3 or an 8. Okay, and you can see here that it's been out 5 draws. Not a 3 or an 8 hasn't hit in 5 draws, 3 draws, 4 draws. Now you can look for patterns in that too, but like here, 1 off, 1 hit, 1 off, 1 hit, 1 off, 1 hit, 1 off. But look at this. We're out the longest since perhaps into February. If not even longer, right? So a 3 or an 8 is due. One of the two is going to be dropping. So what I would do is I would come over here. I would do all numbers boxed, and I'll do a 3 or an 8. One of those has to hit. That's what I'm saying. So it gives me 100 to start off with. And I think that's a pretty solid bet. And it's not just based off, oh, these are at the top of the due chart. It's because these are both a part of the same V-track. And one of those is going to hit really soon. And you can break that down even further. But for now, I'm just going to keep it at that. Or you could say a 2 or a 3 too. But that's not, because the 2 and a 3 is a part of the same V-track too. But, or I mean, A-track or whatever. I can't remember which one it is. But so then I would do, after I did the key, I will sometimes jump down to the pairs box to see what's going on. That 2-7's been out for a while. 1-5, okay. I'll come back to that. Sums, I like to look at this. I'm waiting on that 14. Now, when I'm looking at sums, a lot of times I'll look at the special charts for that, because I don't like to play around with all those smaller sums. Even though they hit, majority of times they don't hit. So I like this 8 through 19, or even sometimes the 10 through 18. And you'll see here it shows me that 14, 18, 19 are getting up to where you could do the 10 through 18. At 14, though, that one there is shouldn't be out too much longer. And I like that you can look at it without triples too, like 8 tracks. Like, look at that, 0, 1, 2. That should be hitting. That 8 tracks is a hot 8 tracks. And so is 123. So I'm actually pretty surprised by that. And then you can go down and look at them here if you do reduced. See what's going on in here. So I'm thinking a 3 or an 8. So you could just, I'm not saying pick out of there, but that's a good option. A lot of times I'll look at this, but see, look at this. There's been a big block of these hitting. So what is that? What was that, 123? Why is 123? Oh, this is 8 tracks, 123. Okay, 8 tracks, 123. I was going to say 123 V tracks. Look at that. Drops quite often. There's only 8 numbers in there too. Those V-tracks, look at 123, 123, 123, 123. You get to learn your state. It's like 123. Yeah, 123 is out for a while. It's coming back. You know, you just gotta find your state. What it likes to do. It's weird how they all do something different. Some states just like, it's just crazy. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm looking for the pink on that. And then another thing you do is you can remove all blues if you're not, doing that. But so here's where I start with this thing. This is, sorry, I'm all overboard, man. But let's just go like this. SB colors, we're going to change that. Now we're going to do this one, SB pair patterns. Instead of the regular SB, we're going SB pair patterns. And we're going to drop this sucker to 1%. And this is super awesome and super useful. These flip constantly, but that's not what I want to do. I want to look at the colors of them. Okay, colors. So look at this. This is interesting. So I'm just finding this out, and it's so good because look at this. Yellow is due in Texas morning. I mean, freaking yellow is due. Okay. Watch this. I'm getting over. I'll jump all over. I don't think I would be able to make a short video. Texas. Was it just okay? Just morning. Look at that. There hasn't been a yellow since the 9th. Just in general. Not in any position. Just in general. And look at the V-tracks and A-tracks. There hasn't been anything. One of those will be dropping. For sure. You could get rid of the green. You could say there's going to be a yellow. You could drop in both of these, all of them, just to be safe. You're going to have a way, way less numbers to pick from. Maybe don't do a double. Oh my gosh. Texas morning. It's tempting, but I'm going to bed in a little bit here. I'm not looking at nothing else. But this is what I'm saying. So yellows do. You could say, well, what yellow is it going to be? 12. Look at this. 11, 12, 13, 13, 12, 13, 11. That 14 seems to be one that sticks or stays out for a while in all states. But, look at the 12 and the 13 and 11. You could go to the frequency charts and do the same thing. Which one hits the most? In the last 30 days, 90 days, 6 months to see which ones hits the most. I did that. I wrote them all down for Wisconsin, and it's actually very useful information because I think it's 3 and 8 in general hit the most. And if they're out for a while, they come back real fast. So, but anyway, so one of these yellows is going to be dropping for sure. And that's super useful because remember, that's all it is for box pairs right there. That's it. And now what I've been trying to do with this is I take this and I'll copy these and I'll bring them over to, I don't have another one open, do I? Whatever for now. What I'll do is I'll bring this over here and I will do, no, that's not what I'm doing. Sorry. I just go to some blank page or whatever. And like, here's these numbers. This is the yellow. So one of these yellows is probably going to be hitting soon. This is just something I've been messing with today. So let's see. What am I in? Texas. So 944 hit. I don't like that. Can't do a double one. So let's go Texas. 988. Oh gosh. So 321 was the last single. I'll do 321. We'll do 321. Braille. Sorry. Why it does that? 21. So what I've been doing, because one of these is going to be hitting. This is something I've just started doing today. So these are the ones, one of those yellows will be hitting. And I'm going to take these, I'm going to drop these in here, and I'm going to go through these. Okay, since I know that one of these will be hitting for sure, and one of these, but I'm putting more on these because there's less of them. It's a yellow. I know that yellow is going to be hitting, so I walk through these, and I'll be like, okay, 6-8. There's a 6-8. Is there a 5-6? It's a 5-6. There's a 0-8. There's not a 0-8 in here. Now, like I said, I'm thinking, just because the 089er doesn't mean it can't hit, because it could be 380. It could be, 480. You know what I mean? But since it's not up in here, I'm just going to get rid of it because that yellow is what I'm looking for. So maybe this is stupid, but I'm just testing this out. And so I'll walk through these, like 39. It's 39 in here. No, it's not in there, right? Or 93. Yeah, 93 is in there. So I don't know. Maybe this is dumb. This is just something I've been trying to look at. And then I look at my time period stuff too, at like 30-day mark. And I'm able to tell like if a 1 or is going to turn to a 2 or 0 is going to turn to a 1. I take those pairs and I do the same thing. But yeah, this is probably stupid. Sorry. I'm trying something new with the pairs. I'm trying to figure out how to get, like, okay, a yellow is going to hit in Texas. Well, which one is it going to be? Which one of these is it going to be? 11, 12, 13, 14, or 15? Which one of these going to be? I'm thinking it's going to be 11, 12, or 13. Now, this is where you could say, okay, I'm going to go over to Texas and I'm going to look at what's due. So let's go to Texas Morning and look at their, not pairs doubles. Pairs, oh my gosh. Okay, pairs boxed. 29, 28, 23, 33, 28, 29, 28, 23. No, I lost it. What am I doing? Wow. 28, 29, or 28, 20, or 29, 28. There's 23. There's a 28. So maybe tomorrow will be that 28. 28 is one of the most due. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking right off the top of my head right now. Sorry, I should have planned this a little bit more. There's that 08. Look at that. Didn't I just say that? No, there probably won't be a 08. That 08 might be hitting Texas tomorrow. Dang. 08, 56, or 09. There's that 08, 56. There's no 09. So maybe that I like the 08, 56 and the 28. Or 08, 56 and 28 maybe. Those would be good maybe ones to jump on tomorrow for Texas. See, I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. But, okay, I'm sorry. But in a bigger picture, this is me just trying to break it down and trying to manipulate these so I can get it down to, just like 1 or 2 pairs and not so much starting off with the whole block in the general sense, that'd be very useful, I think. And so what I do, though, is I'll start a lot of times, besides these color things, because I'm excited about the colors, but I'm still practicing. So on the next day or two, I'm going to really try to spend some time on it and figure out how to look at these, better. Okay. So, but the first thing, what I've been doing practicing that has been working is going to a single box pair pattern in the 1 to 10% report, and then looking at these, especially, okay, this is for pick 3, but it's been working so good for the pick 4 because they cycle so fast. Like look at, I like to have them combined, but let's do a combined one. Texas midday, Virginia. Let's do Virginia. Let's do Virginia pick 4. So 2. So 2 is out. So let's go look at that one once. And then I have to do this to the pair pattern. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Out 14, 0.9%. 2 and 11 would be good bets tomorrow for Virginia. Very good bets, I feel, because they cycle fast. Look at out 14 draws, right? Remember, you go to reduce and copy that, and then you go put them in the thing. That's only like 275 numbers or something like that together, because there's repeats in here. So it starts off with that before you do any key filtering or anything. But look at this, alt 14. Let's just go some random states here. Let's go to Texas. Look at that, it's only out 6. Let's go to Ohio. 12. Go to North Carolina. We're doing combined. Out 12. New Jersey, 5. Maryland, 6. You know what I'm saying? They cycle fast. Illinois was one, wasn't it? I think Illinois Midday was one. So Illinois Midday has one for 14. So I'd look for 8 over in Illinois. Georgia. And they look how they really cycle fast on this pick 4. The pick 3, they go up to 20s and 30s sometimes, even a little bit more, but not that much more because I'm not doing it by position. I'm just doing it in general. Look at that, 11. You get the point. Look at that. I mean, look at that. 7. It's hard to even find them getting above 10. Rhode Island. Let's see, South Carolina, 11. See what I'm saying? So this really cycles fast. And so you start off with only 100 and whatever I said, 162 reduced. And then, like I said, if you copy 2 of them, there's repeats. So I think it comes to like 270 or something. Think about that. That's what you're starting with instead of 715. And you know it's not going to be much longer because these cycle so fast. So you just got to find them at their end when they're about to flip, you know. And when are they about to flip? You know, that's when you got to look at this 1% charts. You know, like I said, the 14 one seems to kind of be out there a little bit. You're going to see that. But it's because the 14 holds, you know, what does the 14 hold? 14 holds like some higher ones. No, wow. I'm actually surprised by that. I'm actually really taken back by that. I thought it was going to be like 8, 9 and all those bigger ones. So I don't know why 14 goes out for so long. I'm really surprised by that. So anyway, so this works really great. You take something from here, then you go and bring over to the chances chart and you see, you know, perhaps you want to take 2 of them. You know, maybe not one's a good idea, but maybe take 2 because then you do your keys. And if this state has 1 key out or you take 2 keys, oh my gosh, you're going to bring it down to like 80 some numbers probably. And then a couple things like highs and lows, even odds like D-Love does, and get those suckers in straight form possibly, and just hold fast because you know it's going to hit. These cycle so fast, you know, just like all the awesome stuff on Lotto odds too with the 44 green and 51 green and blue. I mean, you just sit on one of those patterns, you know it's coming back if you know how to look at them. And these things are cycling too. And I'm just excited to find this because I haven't really got to the pick 4. I've just been looking at it in practice form, and it's been really good. I like to look at it like graph first because it's easier on my eyes. Man, these are cycling. I'm pretty excited. Now, like I said, the pick 3, they can go out. Look at that, 37. California. 16, Connecticut, I'm doing combined here, 15. You get those 30s, though, here and there. But looking at the average time out, you know, in general, it's typically right around under 20. And then they flip. There's 23 in Illinois, Indiana. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just picking them. So you can see it's roughly in the teens, right? The high teens. Then they flip. And remember, if you look at it, how many are in there? There's only 30 numbers boxed. You know, and like I said, I don't start with normally just 1, but, you know, I start with like 2 or 3, depending on what it's showing me. You know, like color-wise and stuff, what's due. And then just take these and then look at the keys that are due and break it down. That's been working really good in practice. This video is super long already, so I'm going to shut off. Tomorrow I'm going to actually try to do like a 10-15 minute video just on the SBP, break down some states, kind of live in a sense, and then do the same thing for the pick 4, or maybe the SB pairs, SBPP. I'm going to do that one, a shorter video also, that is literally focused just on that and breaking down a state or something. So, but that's all I'm going to do for now. I just wanted to take a quick here. So this is what I'm thinking for tomorrow, for hopefully that pink in Minnesota. Now I know I said a 3 or an 8, and then this is straight. I'm not going to do the box right now, but I'm just going to look at that. This is 56 straights. I ain't playing all those, but I know that pink's coming. But you can look at like what's due to on the front, and like right now in Minnesota, once I get it down to straights, then I'll look at like what's due on the front. That 2-7 should be hitting in general. You got a 1-8, 1-8 and 3. Man, one of those should be dropping. Should be. So then you could go in here, and then I could do a, and also, I really jump over. I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus more, but hard to at 1:30 in the morning. It's down to 92. Like I said, I'd look at like sums that are due or whatever. These are super useful. First, I always start off with just like the basic, even not. I think I got to refresh that. These are the latest. Oh, look at how low on the end there. That low might be switching. Oh, it might not. You could look at high, 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 high. Oh, darn it. Okay. Low, high, low, high, low, high. And low, high would be a good one, except for just hit. I'm looking at a low on it. Maybe a high in the end. If I look at a high in the end, I would think maybe a high, high comes back. Could be a low, high. Ain't really showing me anything. Let's look at this one. Yeah, this hit. This is what I thought. I thought it'd be a mixed bag right there, because look at that. Odd, 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 even, 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 even. I thought it just mixed. It did come mixed. And I did think an even on the front. But then why did I pick a 139? That's because it just, see what I'm saying? Like looking at this stuff, you can see things a lot differently. Dang it. All right, I'm shutting this down. And tomorrow I'll be a little more focused. I'll do the SBP and the SBPairs, and I'll do it by color and what I'm thinking for maybe New York or something. That's it for now. All right, have a good day.